Alright, so I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about rebuilding your cylinders on your Kubota. This one happens to be, we're doing all the ones for the backhoe here. So what we did to creatively hold this up in place so that there's no stress on anything so you can easily get it apart is we used our car lift to do it. But you could use an engine hoist and you support it with a chain right here, so you can get the weight off that there. Remove each one of your cylinders. All there is these bolts here. You pull out these knockoff pins. Get your cylinder out. Put it in the vise. Got this one put in the vise already. And then you have these here. All you need is a hammer and punch. And knock this little hole right here. Just knock these here counterclockwise, normal way, and then get it loose. And then you might want to, inside here there's a seal. So I got one of them apart over here. It looks like this inside. So you got a rubber seal that goes right in here. In fact, you don't even need to take that out. That's actually, you will need to, but when you take this nut off here, then all this is going to slide off the shaft, and you'll be replacing. You don't need to replace usually this snap ring like thing here. This is a metal snap ring, so rubber O-ring on this one. They have a rubber or a metal snap ring. You don't normally need to replace that. You replace this stack of rubber pieces here. There's an O-ring right here. Replace that guy. Replace this seal right here. So what you do is you take this assembly here all apart, take it down to places in Southern California called Burnell. I think they're nationwide, but I don't know. And they usually have the seal kits for these. Now, if they don't have it, you might have to go to Kubota to get it, but they should be available. Usually what they do is they go by the shaft size here and the bore size inside, and then they have a bunch of different universal ones, and you replace these here, put all new ones on. Make sure there's no burrs on your shaft. Just run your hand over it and make sure you know that there's nothing to catch your brand new seals on. And some guys will go through and actually polish these out and everything again, but you know, you may not need to do that. If depends on what happened with your seals. Make sure there's no burrs on there. Sometimes just sand a little bit if you see something. Take some 600 grit or whatever and sand it down smooth, and then reassemble it, put it back together, and your hydraulics will be real nice. So it's not, these guys charge like $250 a piece to do these, so that's like $750, and that's if you take the cylinders off yourself. So if you do it yourself and do all these seals, about $50 and you're done. So $150, you got all your backhoe all brand new. So anyway, that's what I'm working on right now. I've done all this restoration on this tractor here. This is a L295dt. Got it all repainted, put it back together, put the backhoe back on. It's no fancy paint job or anything. All I did was I just wanted it to be orange. The orange turned pink on it, so I was like, well, time to go ahead and repaint it. So anyway, see how bad it was back here, how faded that was back there. So probably gonna paint the backhoe too. I don't know. I haven't figured out that part yet. Probably paint that real quick. Just throw a little paint on there and make it look all right. Put a seat cover on here. I'm just gonna make one. So anyway, that's it for the backhoe stuff. A little bit about the tractor. Did just about a complete restoration on it and rebuilt the engine. Had a few videos on that. You can search the channel and you'll find them. All right, talk to you next video. Please like, share, and subscribe.